Welcome, Dan Williams, Survive Outdoors. Today we're going to be targeting allergies in the outdoors. You're climbing, you're hiking, you're backpacking, you're camping, and you get your eyes start watering and they itch and they bug you. What can you carry along with you to take care of that in the outdoors? And before we get into that, we got some new merch. Show you some pics here of some new designs. Check me for ticks, coffee mugs, decals. Check it out. All right, allergic conjunctivitis. So what is that? It's basically a pink eye. There are 5 types of pink eye. There is bacterial, viral, allergic, foreign body induced, chemical induced, basically anything that makes the eye red. That doesn't mean you have the classic, first grader who has the pink eye and they touch you and you're going to get pink eye. We're talking about an allergic reaction to environmental allergies for the most part. So some of the symptoms, your eyes obviously get red, they itch, you're going to get tearing, runny nose, and it's just a pain in the butt. Luckily, my daughter is an eye doc. She keeps me on top of this stuff. I'm going to show you some pics here in a minute of, like I've always said, if you know what it isn't, it's going to help you find out what it is. So this first example is someone that you should never do, even if it says on the box, you should not sleep with your contacts in. So this person went to sleep with their contacts in. If you look close, you'll see that white little circle there. That is a ulceration on the cornea. And that's what happens many times when you sleep with your contacts in. That is not an allergic reaction. So that's concerning and they need medication. Now this next one is a combination of an eye injury on the cornea of the eye and combined with hubris, false pride. I'm a guy, I can handle it. So this individual had an eye injury, a foreign body. He went to the ER. He had it removed and then he was told to come back the next day, and he comes in and sees me about 5 days later. So this was referred immediately to ophthalmology. He has a severe ulceration on his cornea and he will probably lose some vision in that eye. Now on your eye right here in the medial part next to your nose is that little bump in there. And that is called the lacrimal caruncle. And that little thing secretes oil, and what it also can do, it gets inflamed. It could be bacterial, it can be viral, and it can be allergic. And when it gets inflamed, it gets swollen and bulges out. So this here is a beautiful example of an allergic conjunctivitis, and you'll see that little caruncle swollen. It's big. So that's a classic example of an allergic conjunctivitis. Now with allergic conjunctivitis, more often than not, when it's the environment, they're both eyes. But you can have it only in one eye. It's not from environmental. Most likely you've touched something and you rub your eye, which you shouldn't do, because when you do that, you break away certain kind of cells called mast cells, and that's going to make the allergic reaction even worse. So that there is an example where you see how red the eye is, that little gland there is swollen, and this individual got much better with some antihistamine eye drops. And last but not least, this next one you're going to see is called chemosis of the conjunctiva. Now the conjunctiva is a clear film that goes all over the eye. It covers the pupil, the iris, and chemosis conjunctivitis is when you have such a severe allergic reaction, fluid fills underneath that layer, and you get this almost like pustule, like fluid-filled blister. Looks really funky, but that is an allergic reaction for the most part. You can get it with infection, although it's rare. Most likely this happens when you have a severe allergy. So how do you treat this stuff? So one of the things you can do is you can take oral antihistamines, Zyrtec, Allegra, Zysol, I don't care what it is. Definitely helps, but You're hiking up in the mountains, you don't want to be drowsy, you don't want to have bad eye-hand coordination, so you may want to refrain from that depending on where you're at. Antihistamine eye drops. There are a bunch out there. My two favorite are Pat-A-Day, like this one, and it comes in two formulations. You can do it once a day or twice a day. And you're going to say, well, why not just do the once a day? Well, it's a little more pricey, but sometimes people don't have issues in the evening. So the other formulation is 12 hours. Zaditor, which is also a good one. And here are some prices of those antihistamine eye drops. And you can get them cheaper, sometimes a little more expensive. There's a bunch of other eye drops, but these are my two go-tos. So oral antihistamines, you can do the eye drops. Cool washcloth, not ice. Do a cool washcloth over your eyes, helps decrease swelling, constricts the vessels. The other thing you can do is, I mean, you're not going to be carrying baby shampoo, but if you have some type of towelette, you can wipe your eyes before you go to bed and get all the allergens off of your eyelashes and off of your lids. That will help a lot. So, allergic conjunctivitis, basically an allergy to the environment. You're going to get these symptoms, and you can easily take care of them and enjoy your camping trip or your hiking trip. And with all the smoke right now that's going around, you know, that's also going to cause some intense irritation to your eyes. So there we have it, guys. I hope that helps clear it up. Bad pun, I know. But keep your eyes on the horizon, your face to the wind. We'll see you next time.